everybody. We're here today with it's Sherri Summers, and Sherri is one of our just amazing success stories. And so I want to jump right into where Sherri was, and you'll hear it in her own words. Inside of Launch Domination, we flew her to Oakland. She recorded her story. But Sherri, can you just tell people like where are you now in the process? You were a single mom at the time when we met. You're married now. Life is totally different. Tell the people what's happening.
Life is totally different. I went from being a single mom. And if you can recall, when we were in Jamaica, I was like, I've been using the story of a single mom for so long. And how do I transition? I don't know if you remember that. And your speakers were helping me transition to being that woman with a man now. But I am married. I'm happily married. Let me say that. I got married in Jamaica 5 months ago. Oh, excuse me, where you and I was, right? So it was all because of you. So we're going to dive right into that. But I have a financial business that I help females who are in the financial space, and I help them generate leads without sacrificing their family time. So, and I've been traveling. I went on 25 stages in 2022. So I'm doing a lot of traveling inside the insurance space and just am seeing a lot of events, but it's amazing. It's good. God is good.
It is amazing. And yes, absolutely. Before you joined Launch, had you launched before?
No, never.
How were you
Never.
making money as a coach then?
Very good. So if you recall, I had a cleaning business. I was just getting into learn. I was a cop for 10 years. So I was just kind of getting into the handle of the cleaning business. But the issue with the cleaning business is you have to be present for it to make money. So when boss away, the clients want to, the staff want to play. So I had to switch to taking in my knowledge and expertise. And I started launching. I remember Launch Domination because I couldn't afford it. So I had to do a one-on-one raise your brand and business in order to get in Launch Domination because no one would give me the money.
So you didn't really have the money to actually invest. You went and created it with another skill you had.
Correct.
You signed up. The first launch, you did hit your 25 because at that time the goal was to launch and make 25K.
Yes.
You actually did, I think, 42K.
Yes, I was going to yes, so I did, and then because I was doing live camera profit tour.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit short of that goal, and then I did live camera profit tour. So the launch was over, but I still kept continuing my tour in Dallas and Atlanta and all the stuff in Chicago to end out. And I ended in Miami, where was my final stop. Yeah,
I love
that. And with the ladies inside of Launch Domination that we collaborated together to help me reach my goal.
Yeah, that's so good. What would you say was the hardest thing while you were actually inside, going through the lessons, like getting the learnings, the teachings, meeting every week? Like, what was the hardest part to do for you?
I think for me, when we look at your success and other people's success, you're like, oh, it's good for them, but not for me. Oh, they have support. Oh, they have a staff. Or they have other people. There are 5 people that's working for them. So for me, looking at other success, it was kind of like, well, this happened to me. But it's trusting the process every week, even though you may not see a win that week.
Yes, yes. Trusting the process every week. And what was the easiest thing for you that was like relieving for you, where you're like, this is relieving. Thank goodness.
It's relieving because you're following the process, right? You're following a strategy. So when you're walking blind, you don't know what the next thing look like. Mm-hmm. But when you have somebody else who have done it, whether it's you or somebody else in the group that has done it, you're like, oh, I should have done that. Oh, I need to send out an email to remind people to show up at my so I can get more butts in the seat.
Yeah.
Small things like that. Oh, I need to add more email. I need to add a reminder, you know? And even like example, conversion, like how many people sign up versus how many people come versus how many people close. The data, of knowing that data, because sometimes people miss those important steps. Yeah. Super important.
Yeah. What did you do when you wanted to quit, when you didn't want to finish? Well, let me ask you first. Was there a time during the LDM process that you was like, this is too much?
April, I think you know my culture. We don't quit. There's no plan B. I was in a 600 square footage apartment. I had went through a divorce. I didn't, at that time, it was just me and my son. I made a promise to my son that, mommy has to get back on her feet. I was $15,000 in debt. Yeah. There was no plan.
Yeah. You know what? Okay. You know what I love about what you just said? We're positioning Build and Launch University and Launch Domination as the plan B. People have done so many things, Like they're looking for what's the thing that's going to work, right? They've already tried this coach or they've tried this process or whatever. And so we're telling people like it's okay to have a plan B because what you tried before, the plan A may not have worked. And so we're here for that. So what would you say, because this was, you started this process and you've been duplicating this year after year. How much money do you think you've made as a result of your launching?
So, as the result of my launches, I know I'm at my, like this year is at 350K,
Yeah.
right? Just launching. That's not commission.
Yeah.
That's not me commission as in insurance paid. That's not, I had a destination wedding in Jamaica for 37 people. It's not even just the money, it's the impact that we were able to do just from that. So I know just this year alone, like taking information and duplicate it. But I also want to point this out because Launch Domination I went from launch to your masterclass.
To the
And you're
mastermind.
talking about your mastermind. Yeah, I joined your mastermind. And I was telling somebody the other day, because they were saying, Sherri, I'm just one of my clients, and I'm going through all this. I was like, girlfriend, I was substitute teaching to pay for April Mastermind. Okay, come through. Like, hello, I do not want to hear any excuse. I was teaching substitute classes Monday and Wednesday so I could pay for the mastermind because I knew that's what I need to be in after Launch Domination. So it's one of those things where when you're hungry for success, it's not a scarcity, but it's going to work. So you just need to trust the process.
Yes, that's so good. That's so good. What would you say to someone who is on the fence about joining and getting into LDM? What would you say to them if because they're a coach or speaker, it's a woman, and she may be skeptical or fearful or am I going to be able to do this or whatever? What would you say to her?
So let's be clear. There's no failing of LDM unless you don't do the work, right? And when you do the work, you get through the hard part and you're ready to repeat the process. So what I would say to that person is, number one, trust the process. But number two, you can't go anywhere else because that's the foundation of creating a business. Like that's the foundation. Like me coming up with my own signature product with Joyful Tribe Academy, I realized quickly that people wasn't making money because they didn't have an audience to sell to.
Yeah.
So I became that person that, hey, April was the first one that started that tribe domination and all this stuff, teaching you about building your tribe. So I said, okay, let me do that, but more for the financial space because that's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
So for someone who says, oh, I don't know if it's going to work for me, it won't work if you don't try. Yeah. But let's be clear, what's the second option? Because that's the foundation you need to execute in anything else that you're doing, no matter what industry you're in, right? It's the same, it's literally the same formula, no matter what industry you're in. So once you get in, the only way for you to fail is not to do the work. So what's the other option? Not doing it?
Right. Come on, Sherri girl. So it's Sherri Summers. Now it's Sherri Summers Bell. Sherri, tell people just really quickly where they can find you online and also who is your ideal client, just in case anyone sees this and they want to look you up.
Very good. So you can go to joinsherri.com. Very simple, joinsherri.com. And my ideal clients are insurance agents and tax professional or financial professionals who are looking to build their credibility, build their community, and make cash flow without sacrificing their family time.
I love it so much. Thank you, Sherri.